And welcome back to LugNut TV. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Billy, our producer in the truck, has some cables crossed. Been working on it. Had to do a full system restart. Hopefully, we won't have any more trouble. I want to thank Jack Frost, who was tuned in. Yes, late models did run. That was our last event, Jack. Not sure if that's his real name, Jack Frost. Being a New Englander, of course, definitely don't like that time of the year. When it gets cold, that means racing season's over. Justin French. Oh, excuse me. Late models did not run, Jack. I'm thinking of straight stocks. I got this all confused. Apparently, we have some technical difficulties behind the mic. Right now, we have the 360 Sprints on track. That is the next feature currently in the session. Billy was able to restart, and hopefully this stream and everything works out good during this broadcast. This feature, please disregard the note I wrote you. It looks like we went offline, Billy. Got the red on the stream health. And back up and buffering still. Not sure how that's going to work out. So, might have to wing it. Are you still online, Billy? I didn't even know you were. Oh, there, I'm watching it right now here. You are back streaming. Of course, this is a few moments behind you, but stream out is still red. So we can, I do have OBS up. I can go to plan B, but it'll be real amateurish. It'll probably just be focused on the leaders or camera 3. And kind of wing it. I might have to put up with the border on my screen from time to time, but the show will go on. That is a guarantee. And fans, well, production might be a little amateurish here going forward. Running, waiting for mine to come on. I got the green stream health. Let's see what it looks like when it comes on. There we go.
Yeah, you're hot. You're hot.
Oh wow, when I watch it on there, it doesn't have that ugly bar and stuff. Is that what you're seeing? Oh,
yeah,
there it is.
Space bar.
Okay.
Space bar.
Alrighty, there it is. Okay. All right, fans. Still experiencing some technical difficulties. Qualifying has wrapped up. Here's a quick look at our starting lineup. Keith Haney will be on the pole. Justin French starting in second. Rackham West Holland in that number 4 Freaky Fast car, starting in third. Nels Right Turn Clyde starting fourth. Gentleman Jack Watts rolls off fifth. Brian Big Trouble Tribble starting in sixth. Jake the Snake Anderson rolls off seventh. And we have James Haney running eighth. This is going to be amateur hour in the booth for sure. I am... Generally, the guy just comes in, shows up, and just talks. So we are going to wing this. This race is going to be... What is this race? It is... There it is, 35 laps or 30 minutes. 360 sprint cars here at Williams Grove. You may see, it looks like Jack Watts has actually packed up his machine and left, so we'll have a 7-car field there rolling off. Machines are gridded up. From time to time, you might see this grid is bar on the screen. Pay no attention to that. Amateur producer tonight. Amateur at best. Justin French is in this event. Talented dirt late model racer, but I don't think he races sprint cars in the real world on dirt, so may not have that upper hand that we might think he has. Waiting for that iRacing pace truck to roll off for the first of 2 pace laps here around Williams Grove. And I don't have all these fancy things that Billy has when he broadcasts, but want to thank our sponsors. Over the Top Paints and Designs. And Billy, I see you're in that YouTube channel. Let me know how the volumes are. Might be able to figure out how to fix those if they're not working right. But Over the Top Paints and Designs. Many of these cars on track tonight, painted by the great painters at Over the Top Paints and Designs. Look your best on the track. Look over the top. RaceGear.com. Keep up with all the stories and news in NASCAR and the racing world at RaceGear.com. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys might have technical difficulties from time to time in producing our racing, but no technical difficulties when they hit the stage and play that great classic rock and roll. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys. Don't listen to dumb music, listen to the Wise Guys. And of course, great people at bowtieapparel.com. Get that great Chevy gear at bowtieapparel.com. Come on by to complete that second pace lap. Next time by, we're going to turn these 360 sprint cars loose. And no grooming before this feature. A little bit of a surprise. You can see that track has that big black streak down in that lower groove and starting to slicken up. There's a big cushion building up on the high side. Should make it rather exciting. Just got a poke there. Apologize, folks, if that just came up on the screen. John wants to know if he wants to broadcast. If John's watching the broadcast, we'll figure this one out and move on to a better plan for the super late model race. Pace truck is off. Thank you, Billy, for confirming that volume. And field is down and away. Haney and French show the way down into turn 1. Wes Holland right there, looking to find a good spot to get that grip, get that four machine up to the front spot. I believe that's the 011 in the lead right now. As the field works out of 2, Justin French is over and around, bouncing around. Caution is out. Early wreck as buddy Wreckham, Wes Holland, wrecks his buddy there, it looked like. Keith Haney is in the lead. Wes Holland comes away in second, but Justin French takes a big tumble here early on. We'll take a quick look at that. Wow, that was a big tumble there. You watch the guys, just a slight bit of contact, hammers that outside wall, and he goes for a wild ride in that car. Tough break early on. Just lap 2 being started. They do have those 2 fast repairs, so you should be able to get that machine all fixed up like a brand new ride and get back after it. I also see the 25 car, he must have sustained some damage exiting the pits as well. Early on here, though, taking a look at, we are working lap 3 under caution. We do have Keith Haney up front, Wreckham Wes Holland in second. We'll take a look at that right quick on my screen. Nels, Right Turn Clyde in that 3rd position. James Haney all the way up to 4th from that 8th starting spot. Brian, Big Trouble Tribble in 5th. Justin French falls to 6th with that trouble. And Jake Anderson, shotgun on the field after his visit down to the garage area as well. Field is forming up behind that iRacing Silverado. We should be getting back to green flag racing here next time by. Haney and Holland. It seems like I'm saying that a lot tonight. Keith Haney was a lug nut regular there for a while and came away, but has revisited it and revisited in a big way. been at the front of a lot of our events. And of course, Wreckham West Holland at Colorado Springs driver, always a threat to take home the checkered flag. Field comes out of turn 4, and they get on the loud pedal, and they're back on the way. Keith Haney gets away. Real nice lead into turn 1. West Holland feeling some pressure for that second spot, but is able to get away. Field rockets down the back straightaway. These machines, well, they have a ton of balls under that loud pedal, and you can really get going fast in these 360 sprints. Working their way out of 4. Haney still showing the way. Holland trying to find a way to get to that top spot. Nels, right turn Clyde, hanging on that third spot, it looks like. Watching the top 2 work through 3 and 4. It looks like Justin French has more trouble, as I just seen his car in the garage area. Take the fenders away from Justin French, and it looks like everything goes to hell in a handbasket. He needs those big cars with the fenders on it. Awesome, talented dirt racer. I believe he's from Tennessee. If you're in that Tennessee area, look him up on Facebook and find out where he's racing. You'll see him get a ton. Behind the wheel of that late model machine he drives in the real world. Keith Haney still showing the way here. Wes Holland in second. Nels Clyde running third. And we have that other Haney guy, James Haney, running fourth. Field coming by to complete 8 laps. Still early on in this event. Field fairly strung out in a single file manner. Hey, watching that Keith Haney machine, definitely working up much higher in the track. That cushion really starting to build up. The track really starting to dry out. Wes Holland, on the other hand, you can see him working lower. It looks like Wes Holland is around in turn number 1. Looks like tried to work that low line and went around. Not sure if that was the actual cause of the caution. Just saw that. Watching it real quickly on my screen here, you see Wes Holland just gets in that black stuff and just loses the handle when it comes to a stop, triggering the caution flag here at Williams Grove. And not losing a whole lot of positions in that exchange, however. I don't think he hit anything, didn't take any damage on that freaky fast sprint car, so not the worst break in the world. I do have some chit chat. Looks like
again for using the All Teams channel.
The guys there just talking back and forth and communicating as they so often do on iRacing. Fields will be coming by to complete 12 laps. Waiting for our scoring to update and reset. And currently showing Keith Haney in that first spot. Nels Clyde in second. Wes Holland does fall to third after that spin. Brian Big Trouble Tribble in fourth. James Haney running fifth. Justin French, with that additional damage and visit to pit road, did actually fall down 1 lap. And I believe Jake Anderson has retired his machine from the event. You're watching Lugnut TV. And still working caution. Again, apologize for our technical difficulties tonight, folks. But winging it. And field is back under green flag action. Keith Haney is away. Nels right turn Clyde. Wes Holland side by side in the turn 3. Wes actually wanting more, wanting to get to that lead spot. And putting a lot of pressure on Keith Haney out of twos. He gets that forward bite out of the corner and is able to get away. Nels Clyde under some pressure. Looks like big trouble, Brian Tribble. And I think that's Jack Watts side by side in the mirror. Wes Holland still trying to capture that top spot. Wants it bad. Still running down really a little bit lower than I expect him to. I see Brian Tribble trying to make time on the high side right behind him there. Field will be coming by to complete 17 laps. Keith Haney, for the most part, uncontested, running a little bit higher than these guys. I see a little bit of trouble behind these guys. Somebody was bouncing off the inside wall. We do stay green, however, so nothing to see there. You can see Keith Haney running really high. All the cars starting to run up higher out of turn 4 there, right up against that cushion. Wes now this time starts to follow Keith Haney's line and running a little bit higher and avoiding that real black spot that is dried out and really slick. And quick look at our current top 3. We do have Keith Haney, Wreckham, Wes Holland, Nels right turn Clyde. Nels, talking to Nels earlier, been working, running that non-wing sprint car, the recent release here at iRacing. And having a blast with it. He said that thing is a handful, but when you string a couple of laps together, you are living. Of course, Wes already been to Victory Lane once tonight in the Legends feature that opened up tonight's racing. But one is not enough. Wes does bounce the wall there a little bit out of turn 4. Not sure how much damage the Freaky Fast sprint car took there, but we'll take a quick peek at it. Right there, just kind of hops the cushion, bounces the right rear off the wall, keeps going. Nels right turn Clyde was able to catch up to him slightly. Back to live action. And showing that Keith Haney machine still working a nice groove and a nice line through 3 and 4 and down into turn 1. Still right up there on that cushion. That cushion's really starting to develop. For the fans that don't watch a lot of dirt track racing, the cushion, you can see all that kicked up dirt. Basically makes like a little bit of a snowbank, and there's a nice grippy spot right up against it. Yoked up too high in it though, you lose momentum and risk hitting the wall. They call that hopping the cushion, if you will. And completing 25 laps. It will be 10 to go this time by Wes. Drift way up high. Nels right turn 5 is working the low line there. Mirror still not able to catch that Freaky Fast sprint car, but Keith Haney definitely has a good solid lead, really has things under control out here. It looks like the Freaky Fast car was in the wall again. Loses a bunch of time and is now under pressure from Nels Clyde for that second spot. We'll watch this battle. As it's starting to get good, you can see Wes is really having trouble. Right there is where he's having the most trouble on this Williams Road Speedway. Both drivers having trouble that time. Nels over-rotating his machine and not getting that forward bite and that speed and that launch that he wanted out of turn 4. We'll keep after it though, and he desperately wants to stay on the podium, if not better his position and learn that competition. Looking behind Nels Clyde, we have Brian Big Trouble Tribble starting to reel him in just a little bit. Brian, of course, one of the great personalities here at Lugnut TV, does a Thursday night truck broadcast, trying to find a handle and get up into the podium. And machines will be working past the lap vehicle as they head down the back straightaway. Nels still not able to get caught up with Wes quite so much. Keith Haney, however, whoa, we got a wreck here in the back. that should bring the caution flag out, I believe, unless they towed immediately. Not sure who that was. Well, back to, it looks like Nell's right turn Clyde collected the wall. We'll take a quick look at that on the screen here. Because we can, hopefully. And just watching the 44, he goes into turn 3 and 4 and working around that lap machine. Just hops the cushion, gets the wall. Brian, big trouble, Tribble collects him. And up on the fence he goes and has to take the toe. Tough break for Nels Clyde. Back to live action and up front. Time winding down. Field working 33 laps. We'll get popsicle sticks in the air this time by. 2 to go for these 360 sprint cars here on Lugnut TV. Keith Haney still in the lead. That lead has shrunk up. Wreckham West Holland in that freaky fast car. And there's trouble. There is trouble on the Haney machine. Not sure what happened there, but out of turn 2, big loss of speed and power. Caution does come out. West Holland inherits the lead. I'm not sure what the hell happened there. West Holland gets the lead in that freaky fast car. Checks up for the pace machine. Wow, big drama here in the closing stages of this event. Big trouble. Brian Tribble will be, we'll wait for that scoring to update real quickly. Now, field coming down under caution. And this will be, Wes doing a little fun there, doing a donut across the line. Good stuff by Wreckham. I'll tell you, Wreckham capturing that flag, getting the victory, and having a good time, popping a wheelie with that freaky fast sprint car. Brian Big Trouble brings his machine home in second, and talented dirt track racer Justin French finishes third. I have no idea what happened with Keith Haney. Dominant car, but heartbreak. Last lap, tough break. Tough break for him. We're going to go down and to Lugnut Victory Lane here. See if we can get a couple of guys up in the booth. Justin French coming home in that third spot. Tell us about that sprint car experience here on iRacing on the sim.
Well, we at the start of the race got together with my teammate a little bit, and it gave me too much damage, made me hit the pit, and I was a lap down, so I was just pretty much riding around that race.
Yes, riding around, but survived and came back to a third place finish. Next up, something I'm sure you're looking for, pro super late models or late model pros or whatever you want to call them. Sorry, I've had a few beers, but on iRacing here, Williams Grove. And in the real world, you do drive a late model on dirt. Did they get it? Is it close?
It has it. Yeah, it's close in some things, and some things it's nowhere near as close. The brakes are a little off compared to a car in real life, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty close. The setup page is a little off, but they're doing a pretty good job.
And focusing on your real world racing, where can Lugnut fans check you out in person?
I'm still putting my car back together. I ran a race on March the 25th and got tangled up with another guy and bent the front clip, so I've had to put a front clip on it, and I've just about got it back together. So hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll either be at 411 Motor Speedway in Maryville, Tennessee, or I-75 Speedway in Sweetwater, Tennessee.
Good stuff. I wish you the best on getting things back together and in those real world events, buddy. And good luck in the next feature here in Loose Lug Nuts Racing.
Alrighty, thank you. Yeah, we're going to try and get the W like we did in the street stock race a minute ago.
Yes, looking forward to seeing you up front. And I'm going to bring up Brian Big Trouble Tribble, second place, I believe it was. Brian, tell us about your race.
That's not what they call me, Bob.
Well, that's what I call you. That's all that matters, because I'm behind the mic.
Well, what they call me, yeah, how my race went, it was okay. I had, I think, a fifth place car out of the sixth there. So I'm happy to bring it home second. That was sweet.
Good deal. Yeah, it looks like you were right behind Nels when he hopped the cushion there and got up all over the wall. Tough break for Nels.
Yeah, well, Wes, Nels, and I were playing FOD leader there for second, third, and fourth, and that lap car was kind of in the middle of the road, and Nels had to go up a little higher, and I skated right into him, to be honest with you. So I made the same mistake he did, but didn't get the worst of it. He did. So then the leader, I'm not sure. I guess he got some damage too from that lap car, and next thing you know, he had to park it. So second spot, here I come.
Yeah, I didn't see Keith Haney's contact with the lap car, but it was a surprise. It looked like he had things under control, and it was going to go to Lugnut Victory Lane tonight, and all of a sudden, at a turn 2, he just slowed down and ended up parking it up against the wall there, bringing out that last caution. Tough break because Keith Haney, he had things in control in this race and let it slip
Well in
away.
hand. That he did. Yep.
Well, anyway, good luck in Pro Late Models coming up next here in Lugnut action.
Thanks, Bob.
And bringing up to the booth once again in Lugnut Victory Lane, Rackham Wes Hall and Wes. You were chasing down Keith Haney a lot of that race. I don't know if you were as surprised as I was when he slowed out of turn 2 there and you got by, but good break for you, bad break for him, I guess.
Yeah, right off the bat, the beginning of that race, I looked at the fuel and didn't know if we were going to have enough to make it to the end. So I, every chance I got, I was saving fuel there. So the first half of that race, I was kind of babying it, getting in the corners and trying to save everything I could get. And then there at the end, I was on full hunt mode. And then I don't know what happened to him. I thought he ran out of fuel, but he was under power when I went past him. So I don't know what happened. He just pulled off there with 3 to go. So I'm happy I got the win, and it was a good race out there. Those guys are real competitive tonight, and I was playing catch up the entire time.
Yes, definitely not used to seeing you playing catch up, Wes. You're usually the rabbit we chase, but awesome job in that freaky fast sprint car, and I wish you the best of luck in the next event with the late models coming up next.
I appreciate it, Bob.
Well, all right, folks. That is the show. We're going to step away. Pro late models are coming up next here on Lugnut TV. Thank you guys for sticking with us that have watched this both live and on demand. Sorry about the amateur looking job of producing this event, but the show must go on. It's live TV, so we improvised, adapt, achieved, and overcame, and brought the action to you, and I sure hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you again. This is Bad Bob signing off for a few moments. We will be back shortly around 10:15 or so with Pro Late Models. Hey, John, you around there? Oh, this is. Looked like you were broadcasting. I know Billy sounds like he's been going in and out. So you're broadcasting. And you got, yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, I could take over if you want me for the late model. Somebody is. I looked at it and I said, it's got to be John because there's no overlays and stuff. No, I see Billy's all. Billy just messaged me. I'll tell him to go ahead and. I don't know how many laps are left. Okay. I'll drag him down here. We'll just. I'll take over and finish up the last one. I hate that shit, but I'll. With ATVO or IRTVO? Yeah, it's different. I understand, but we'll get you set up with IRTVO because it looks like me and you're the only one's going to have any good connection. It could be Bob, I'm not sure. Hang on, let me see. I got it here. No, it's still out. I see just whoever's doing it. I just told them to shut it down after the race is over. I was talking to Bob last night. We'll get this thing worked out for the next season. We got what, like 3 weeks left or 2 weeks left. We'll get this thing all worked out. Yeah, Bob is the one taking over. Let's bring Billy down here. Billy, you there?
Yeah.
So Bob's broadcasting?
Right now, Bob is currently broadcasting, yes.
Okay. Well, he's interviewing now. I think after that, I'll go ahead and log in, and I could take over for the last one.
Okay.